Well, we're just over a week into Lent. How's it going for you? I think my experience this year has been like many of you. Some things have been going well. Particularly for me, I've been appreciating reading the daily devotionals from the MB Seminary, all things new as we read through the book of Revelation. I've really been enjoying it and digging into it, and it's been really encouraging for me. Other aspects of my Lent plans haven't necessarily been going the way I want them to. You know, I do set myself some fasting goals every year in Lent, and let's just say I'm having mixed success with that. Things always pop up, whether it's the issue of my own self-control and issues around that, or whether, celebrations. My son's 18th birthday was yesterday. It's hard to fast in the middle of celebration, and I don't know if that's actually healthy to try to do it that way. But for whatever reason, some things are going well, and some things aren't. How are you doing? As we've been reading through Revelation over this past week or so, one of the things that I've noticed is that in this pattern, right now today was getting to the end of chapter 3, and we've read through the messages to the 7 churches of Revelation. And one of the things that I noticed over the last few days is that for the last 4 of these churches, there's a phrase that is spoken to each one of them. And that phrase is that he who overcomes will, and then there's a measure of God's action for or on behalf of the church or the people when they overcome. Sometimes being an overcomer can feel like a really challenging thing. Like somehow I fail regularly, and it's easy then to start feeling like, well, how am I going to overcome the situation I'm in? Whether it's persecution, like one of the churches, or a lack of spiritual life in one of the other churches, or blindness to their actual situation in the church from today's reading. How am I going to overcome? I don't have the strength, and I'm not faithful. The good news that we have is that Jesus is the one who is faithful, and it's his strength that we rely on. The reading from yesterday, which was for the Church of Philadelphia in chapter 3 of Revelation, really resonated for me. And I'm clinging to that. In yesterday's reading for the Church of Philadelphia, it says to the church, just hold on to what you've been doing and where you're at, and Jesus will get us the rest of the way. He sees our patience. He sees our faith. He sees our intent to follow him. And he says to us these words, which I hear as words of comfort. Just hold on to what you have, and I'll get you through. I hope that you are enjoying your time in Revelation or in your Lenten activities. My prayer for you is that God will open your eyes to see him again in new ways, that you will hear his voice, and that you will take it to heart.